Guys, and welcome to another results video for this year's Hurling Championship. So we've got quite a big weekend. I'm pretty sure nearly every team played this weekend, so let's jump right in. Okay, so up first we have the Laurie Mar Cup match between Longford and Lancashire. Lancashire opened the scoring, going 2 points up in the first 8 minutes. Lancashire finished the half in the lead, 5 points to 7. Lancashire opened the second half scoring with a point 1 minute in. And the game eventually finished Longford 17 points. Lancashire 112. So a good win for Longford over Lancashire. Final score, Longford 17 points, Lancashire 112. Up next we have the Christie Ring Cup match between Kildare and London. London opened the scoring, going 1 goal up in the first minute. Kildare finished the half in the lead, 18 points to 2-5. Second half scoring opens Kildare 19 points. London 2-6. And the game eventually finishes Kildare 335. London 314. So a massive win for Kildare over London. Kildare definitely going for a Christie Ring Cup title this year. Final score, Kildare 335, London 314. Up next we have the Christie Ring Cup match between Wicklow and Mayo. Mayo opened the scoring, going 4 points up. Mayo finished the half in the lead, 7 points to 13. Wicklow opened the second half scoring with a point. And the game eventually finishes Wicklow 210. Mayo 26 points. So a good 10-point win for Mayo over Wicklow. A bit of revenge from the relegation match in the league. Final score, Wicklow 210, Mayo 226. Next we have the Joe McDonagh Cup match between Antrim and Offaly. Antrim opened the scoring, going 3 points up in the first 2 minutes. The teams finished the half level, 1-8 to 11 points. Second half scoring opens Antrim 1-9. Offaly 12 points. And the game eventually finishes Antrim 332. Excuse me, 322. Offaly 224. So another good win for Antrim over Offaly. Final score, Antrim 322, Offaly 224. Up next we have the Joe McDonagh Cup match between Meath and Carlow. Carlow opened the scoring, going 1-6 up in the first 9 minutes. Carlow finished the half in the lead, 10 points to 215. Carlow opened the second half scoring with a point 1 minute in. And the game eventually finishes Meath 17 points. Carlow 430. So a massive win for Carlow over Mead. Could be in the running for the cup this year. Final score, Mead 17 points, Carlow 430. Up next we have the Joe McDonagh Cup match between Kerry and Down. Down opened the scoring, going 1 goal up in the first minute. Kerry finished the half in the lead, 11 points to 1-7. Kerry opened the second half scoring with a point 1 minute in. And the game eventually finishes Kerry 18 points. Down 119. So a good win for Down over Kerry. Final score, Kerry 18 points, Down 119. Next we have the Leinster Championship match between Dublin and Laois. Laois opened the scoring, going a point up in the first minute. Laois finished the half in the lead, 9 points to 1-7. Dublin opened the second half scoring with 2 points, 3 minutes in. And the game eventually finishes Dublin 120. Laois 215. So a lucky win for Dublin over Laois. Laois held on as best they could, but Dublin just managed to get it in the end. Final score, Dublin 120, Laois 215. Next we have the the Leinster Championship match between Westmeath and Kilkenny. Westmeath opened the scoring, going 1 point up in the first minute. Kilkenny finished the half in the lead, 12 points to 112. Westmeath opened the second half scoring with a point 3 minutes in. And the game eventually finishes Westmeath 119. Kilkenny 523. So a very dominant win for Kilkenny over Westmeath. Westmeath did their best, held on for quite a while, but Kilkenny just ran away with it in the end. So the final score, Westmeath 119, Kilkenny 523. Next we have the Leinster Championship match between Wexford and Galway. Wexford opened the scoring, going 1 point up in the first 3 minutes. Galway finished the half in the lead, 8 points to 111. Wexford opened the second half scoring with a point. And the game eventually finishes Wexford 119, Galway 119. So a lucky draw for Wexford. Galway dominated for most of the match, but Wexford managed to pull into it coming up to the end. So the final score, Wexford 119, Galway 119. Next up we have our first game on the Sunday. It is Cavan v Leitrim in the Laurie Mar Cup. Cavan opened the scoring, going 3 points up in the first 7 minutes. Leitrim finished the half in the lead, 1-6 to 2-5. Leitrim opened the second half scoring with 2 points 1 minute in. And the game eventually finishes Cavan 110. Leitrim 416. So a very dominant win for Leitrim over Cavan. The final score, Cavan 110, Leitrim 416. Next up we have the Lorimar Cup match between Louth and Monaghan. Monaghan opened the scoring, going 1-2 up in the first 5 minutes. Monaghan finished the half in the lead, 2-6 to 2-7. Monaghan opened the second half scoring with 2 points 4 minutes in. And the game eventually finishes Louth 3-11. Monaghan 5-12. So a good win for Monaghan over Louth. Final score, Louth 3-11, Monaghan 5-12. Up next we have the Nicky Record Cup match between Donegal and Armagh. The scoring opens Donegal 2, Armagh 1. Donegal finished the half in the lead, 10 points to 9. Second half scoring opens Donegal 1-11. Armagh 10 points. And the game eventually finishes Donegal 122. Armagh 214. So a good win for Donegal over Armagh. Final score, Donegal 122, Armagh 214. Up next we have the Nicky Record Cup match between Roscommon and Warwickshire. Warwickshire opened the scoring, going 2 points up in the first 5 minutes. Roscommon finished the half in the lead, 12 points to 1-7. Roscommon opened the second half scoring with 4 points 6 minutes in. And the game eventually finishes Roscommon 326. Warwickshire 114. So a massive win for Roscommon over Warwickshire. Final score, Roscommon 326, Warwickshire 114. Next we have the Nicky Record Cup match between Tyrone and Fermanagh. Tyrone opened the scoring, going 1 goal up in the first 3 minutes. Tyrone finished the half in the lead, 110 to 6 points. Fermanagh opened the second half scoring with 2 points 8 minutes in. And the game eventually finishes Tyrone 118, Fermanagh 114. So a close win for Tyrone over Fermanagh. Final score, Tyrone 118, Fermanagh 114. Up next we have the Christy Ring Cup match between Sligo and Derry. The scoring opens Sligo 3 points, Derry 2 points. Derry finished the half in the lead, 1-7 to 8 points. Hold on a second. Okay, I must have just wrote it down wrong. Second half scoring opens Sligo 10 points. Derry 1-9. And the game eventually finishes Sligo 11 points. Derry 220. So a very good win for Derry over Sligo. Final score, Sligo 11 points, Derry 220. Up next we have the Munster Championship match between Cork and Limerick. Cork opened the scoring, going 1-2 up in the first 5 minutes. Limerick finished the half in the lead, 1-8 to 2-9. Cork opened the second half scoring with 4 points 2 minutes in. And the game eventually finishes Cork 117, Limerick 225. So Limerick getting a very dominant win over Cork at the end. Final score, Cork 117, Limerick 225. And our final game of the weekend is the Munster Championship match between Waterford and Tipperary. Waterford opened the scoring, going 4 points up in the first 5 minutes. Tipperary finished the half in the lead, 11 points to 112. Waterford opened the second half scoring with 1-4 5 minutes in. And the game eventually finishes Waterford 224, Tipperary 220. So a very close win for Waterford in the end over Tipperary. Final score, Waterford 224, Tipperary 220. So there you have it. Those are the results of this weekend's hurling fixtures. Be sure to check out my football results and be sure to check out my predictions videos for the coming weekend's fixtures in both the hurling and the football. So if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe and share, and I will see you for the next one.